and all of a sudden I hear this boom, and I thought it was more.
A crude oil tanker derailed in western Washington, sparking fires and evacuations. This morning, what experts have learned in the early investigation.
Today, following a few warm days, I'll let you know what this means for our chances of snow on Christmas.
And with the coronavirus vaccines quickly being distributed across the country, misinformation about them are spreading just as fast. We're debunking some of the myths and claims going around about the vaccines and the science behind them.
Up with KREM begins now.
Hey, if you don't feel like cooking this Christmas, which many of us don't, we get it, trust me. So why not use that opportunity to help a local business instead? Today, you can order Christmas dinner from several restaurants in our area, like Mamma Mia's Italian Restaurant, Wiley's Downtown Bistro, 1898 Public House, or Ferraro's in Spokane Valley. Each of them is doing something a little bit different, so you can head over to KREM.com or our KREM 2 mobile app right now. Check out what they're serving and how you can order, or just stick with us. Dana Marie McNichol will be breaking it down for us this morning on Up with KREM, with the promise, Dana Marie, that we're all going to be very hungry after you're done, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I really break down exactly what those restaurants are serving. Some Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, maybe some duck confit, prime rib. Oh, I am ready to eat.
Wow. Dana Marie, what's your go-to Christmas meal? What do you have, or what do you think of?
Yeah, so my family is Italian, and if it wasn't during COVID, I'd be going to Long Island, New York. So lasagna is on the list usually for Christmas. A good ham, all those Italian cookies.
Oh, wow.
Sounds so good. I'm hungry.
I wish we could properly share the struggle with everyone at home, what it's like at 6:30 in the morning to just be craving dinner foods. So it's every day.
Every day.
It's true. We've been up for several hours. It's beyond our lunchtime at this point.
Yes.
So if you're ever wondering why we're always talking about food, it's because we're always hungry.
That's why I always go after a burrito, because you can eat that at any time.
Anytime?
Like, you're eating a burrito and people are like, oh, he's eating a breakfast burrito.
Nope.
That's the secret. All right, let's go ahead and get out the door this morning. Let you know what to expect, because it's a chilly one. If you parked outside, you're likely scraping some frost. It's that kind of cold out there. We have a little bit of moisture hanging out in the low levels of the atmosphere, not enough to give us fog, and most of that just becoming frost. 21 degrees early on this morning here in Spokane, 20 in Coeur d'Alene, 23 in Sandpoint. Deer Park, 15 degrees. Pullman, Moscow, you're down near 20. Everybody's going to want to bundle up as you head out the door. It is a chilly start to the day. That comes thanks to a lack of wind. That's right, no wind, and a lack of cloud cover. So all of the heat from yesterday, it escapes off into the atmosphere overhead. We'll see a few stray clouds today, then clear out tomorrow, looking like not a cloud in the sky. That sets the stage for not getting snow on Christmas. The reason that is the case is because we just dry out too much. We're in the 30s today, very similar to where we should be this time of year, and we're looking at that being the case tomorrow as well. And as we get into the day on Christmas, clouds build in instead of snow. That snow holds off until early Saturday.
All right, I know we were holding out, Jeremy, that maybe we'd see that snow arrive Friday, but enjoy the sunny weather now. It's a little something for everyone in this forecast.
Yeah, just be patient.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. 6:31 now. Well, this morning, President Trump is threatening to veto the new stimulus bill.
Yeah, the president says he wants every American to get $2,000, not the $600 originally included in the bill.
I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me.
Some progressive Democrats, along with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, have tweeted their support for higher payments. If the president vetoes the bill, it would take a 2/3 majority vote in both the House and the Senate to override it. Meanwhile, President-elect Joe Biden says he will work with Congress to pass another stimulus package when he takes office next month.
This bill is just the first step, a down payment, in addressing the crises, more than one that we're in.
Now, if the president does indeed sign the bill, the money could arrive early next week.
A tanker train hauling crude oil derailed and then burst into flames in Whatcom County.
And this morning, the FBI is joining the investigation. It happened yesterday, and right now, no injuries are reported. Agents say, though, it's unclear what caused 6 cars to derail. Our sister station in Seattle spoke with homeowners who had to evacuate quickly.
They're like, there's a train that derailed by your house. Are you guys okay? And I'm like, what? They're like, you're evacuating. You need to leave. I'm like, what?
Everyone living in a half-a-mile radius had to evacuate for about 5 hours, and a 4-mile stretch of I-5 was shut down for about an hour. The State Department of Ecology is looking into the environmental impacts. This is the second train derailment to happen in Washington over the past 3 years. It is 6:33 on your Wednesday morning. Misinformation about the COVID-19 vaccine has spread just as fast as the virus itself. And this morning, we're debunking some of the most viral claims about the vaccine.
Misinformation flooded our news feeds in 2020, article after article showing distrust about COVID-19, wildfires, the election, and now the coronavirus vaccine. False narratives like the vaccine was developed too quickly to be safe. Doctors, scientists, and researchers say that's not true. They've been working on a vaccine for similar viruses for years and years, so when COVID happened, they knew what worked and what didn't. Myths that the vaccine is not necessary. People have claimed falsely a better way of fighting the virus is through natural immune responses. In reality, that's not true. Experts don't know how long natural immunity lasts after recovering from COVID. Immunity varies from person to person, and some people have gotten COVID twice. And baseless claims about the ingredients of the vaccine and mRNA. Many have claimed that vaccines can alter your DNA. This is false. Both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are made of messenger RNA. This component never enters the nucleus of the cell where the DNA is kept, so it does not have the capability to mutate the DNA in any way. But the problem, according to experts, anti-vaccine research is often based on flawed science, half-truths, and debunked studies. Bad information can flourish during something called a data deficit, when there is a high demand for information and a short supply of credible information. People fill the void with misinformation and conspiracy theories.
We're taking a live look at the skate ribbon downtown Spokane right now. Many people are finding some new activities during the pandemic, but how safe are those activities right now? Well, the Texas Medical Association ranked some of those risky holiday favorite traditions on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest risk of contracting coronavirus and 10 being the highest. So I'm going to break these down for you. Things like sending Santa a letter and watching holiday lights from your car was ranked the lowest risk. Outdoor ice skating was ranked in the moderate risk category, along with traveling by plane. Some higher risk activities, however, include taking a photo with Santa and hosting a holiday party. And then the highest risk category was going to a bar to celebrate New Year's Eve. And of course, those bars are closed in our area, so we don't have to worry about that. But again, those holiday gatherings with people outside your household aren't recommended. But we do have some features here on Up with KREM. We were talking about a little bit earlier to show the Christmas lights in our area. So use the Near Me app so you can look at those beautiful displays.
And while we are talking about the skate ribbon too, Dana Marie, we have covered extensively here on Up with KREM some of the changes they've made to allow people to be able to skate. Maybe they would lower it from that moderate risk maybe down a little bit more, I would hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all looking for ways to make sure we're socially distant while staying outside, doing those activities. I personally love ice skating, as we know on this show. It's one of my favorite things to do in the winter. I haven't been able to get to the ice ribbon yet.
Yeah, you know, and I've been kind of living on my cell phone lately. I just FaceTime friends and family, and I just kind of leave them around. They're going, hey, I don't want to watch you cook. I'm like, well, I miss you, so that's what we're going to do.
I like that. Yeah, if you're staying home, maybe you're not seeing your parents or family members. Maybe that's a great way to share recipes If you're making your holiday dinners at home this year?
Oh yeah, my super secret recipe of opening the box and throwing it in the oven.
I was gonna say, that's how I learned Mom's famous apple pie. She finally shared it with me this year over FaceTime.
Did it turn out good though? That's the question.
I would never attempt to do that, Jeremy. I would never attempt to actually make it. I just liked that she told me what it was.
All right.
Oh,
That's
too
blasphemous.
funny.
No.
I didn't. All right, never mind. Sorry.
All good activities, though, to stay safe and keep family members safe as well. All right, 6:38 now. Still to come here, Washington State University is leading the charge in protecting animals during the pandemic. Coming up, what experts learned in just a few months of research.
And we are looking ahead toward Christmas. A few clouds build in, but the snow holds off. I'm going to let you know where it is and what you can expect when it does start flying.